Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. Today we're doing something a little different. I know about this band. They're a cover band. Um, they've covered stuff from Rage Against the Machine and from Tool and maybe even Deftones, I think. They're phenomenal. Brass group, and they cover rock songs. Real cool stuff. And they released their first original track just recently. So, yeah, we're going to get into that. I've been waiting to watch it for a while now, and I figured I'd put it off, let you guys experience this with me, kind of share this band with you guys. But it's been killing me because, I've been wanting to listen to this so much. Before we get into this, I just want to kind of put it out there that the Patreon for this channel is live. The polls are open already. If you want to get in and have a hand in what songs are being done in the future, what songs being reacted to, make sure you get over there. It's only $1. And there's 2 polls open right now. One is for next week's songs, and the other one is for the theme for 2 weeks from now. So pretty cool stuff going on. Interesting choices being made all around. So I'm real excited about this. All right, so let's get into this this song. It is called Umbra from the band Brass Against. Love those little staccato notes. Alternating trumpets there. I think the saxophone is doing that little roll. It'd be double tugging for him with the roll on the drums though. I think the saxophone's doing that too. That's insane. Really love this section, the back and forth between the full voice and then the falsetto. Ooh, that note. Those trumpets are just killing it. Ooh, a little bit of a tempo shift there. Slow it down a bit. That is a menacing line. Definitely a Deftones little feel there. That was amazing. I am so glad that they are starting to get outside of their covers and kind of working on their own stuff. Like I said, they're a real talented group, and I've kept up with them doing their covers for a long time. But it's really cool to see them kind of take their inspirations and adapt it into their own thing. Like there is definitely a really hard Deftones feel in there. In the bridge, I think it was. I mean, even in the verse itself had a bit of a Deftones feel to it. Maybe like a old school Alice in Chains a little bit too. But I mean, they definitely transformed it into their own thing, especially insofar as their sound. They might be using a lot of the similar uh, chord progressions as these bands are known for, but the fact that they're doing it with brass instruments completely changes the feel of the track. I mean, the thing is that brass, especially when you're talking about copper, silver has a little darker of a tone, but especially when you're talking about uh, the copper, which is what almost all the instruments in here is using, it has a very bright sound. It's very majestic. We associate it with majesty, with um, we a lot of militaries use bugles and trumpets for marches. It's a strong instrument. It's an instrument of power and of majesty and of strength, and that's what we've come to associate with that tone. And it's really interesting to hear it being used in so many um, kind of dark chords or darker chord progressions, and kind of have this air of mystery and anger to it in some sections. Not really emotions that we typically lend to the brass section. So that's always really cool to hear that. Just kind of recontextualize those instruments into different musical ideas that I personally am not used to hearing. Um, but I mean, just all around, everybody in this group's talented, and I mean, they just pulled this song together, and it's good. And I don't know, it's just, to me, it's really unique, not just to hear these instruments in these different chords and chord progressions and chord emotions, but also to hear them just rocking out. Typically, when people mix rock and brass, we end up with something like ska or jazz rock. And it's not so often that we hear stuff like this in just heavy rock music. Um, but it fits. I don't know why. I have no idea why it works so well, but it does. I mean, the sound that this band makes is just beautiful. Real good stuff. Um, yeah. I also like how the lyrics, from what I picked up, kind of match with the tone of the section. We have the verse and the softer parts of the bridge that are talking about how it seems something along the lines of um, something or someone is kind of controlling or putting people down, or putting people in their place. They're above everything, and those sections are quiet and calm, and it's kind of like the people that are being put in their place. They're kind of being put in their place. They're being quiet. They're respecting the powers that be. But during the chorus, when she's screaming, "Just breathe," and during the end, when she's basically yelling, like the control is just a lie. The songs are explosive. They're loud. The parts are a bit chaotic. There's jumping back and forth between instruments. The two trumpets specifically, I pulled out quite a few times. Oh dang! Sorry, did not realize that was there. Um, you'll hear them in both ears. You'll hear one trumpet in one trumpet in the other, and they'll be alternating parts. So you got like and they're both playing their own. One's playing the two notes, one's playing the three notes, and it's bouncing back and forth, and it has a very chaotic sound to it. and it sounds like revolution, like revolt. It's that power back in the people. They're not being quiet anymore. It's kind of their answer to the verse. So, assuming I'm reading into that correctly, I really like that dynamic and how the lyrics mesh with the dynamics of the sections of the song. So, yeah, I mean, for a first time original song, they knocked it out of the park. And if you never heard of Brass Against before and you enjoyed this, check them out. They have a rotating group of singers. Sophia Arista is the one who sang in this one. She also did a cover of The Pot from Tool. Amazing cover. Um, but pretty much all their singers just knock it out. I mean, they're all fantastic. But if you enjoyed this, go check them out. They have a ton of other great stuff, and like I said, they're covers, so you get to hear some of those tracks in a different light. So that's always pretty cool. And yeah, I guess that's it for this one. Let me know what you guys thought of this. If you've heard of Brass Against, awesome. Yeah, what do you think of this track? What do you think of them putting out their first original? What do you think of, their composition style now that they're not just arranging tracks, they're actually writing them? If you've never heard of them before, is this your jam? I don't want to gatekeep and say if you don't like this, then you're crazy or anything like that. But seriously, if you don't like this is some good stuff. Yeah, but put down in the comments, what you thought about this band, Brass Against. They're fairly unique and they do some cool stuff. So let me know what you guys thought. And while you're down there in the comments, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And I will be back tomorrow with more of the usual. I won't be picking my own songs. The rest of this week is requests. We have over 300 now, I think, requests. It's a big list. We got to get through them. So that's what we'll be doing the rest of the week, getting through the list. All right, you guys take care. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. as usual. You guys have a fantastic day.